Here's the question. If I set a goal, find out what's necessary to achieve it, begin to invest in the activity, and I don't stop, is pretty much any goal possible? Who believes that to be true? Awesome. Gotcha. You just told me you can have anything short of being center for the Knicks. Right? If you don't stop. But people don't achieve their goals, then they stop, right? True or true? Yeah. So let's examine an example of this, which is an absolute replication of the identical process for every one of us when we don't achieve a goal. All right, my goal is to make it to the table on the far side of the stage. Okay, who thinks I can make it? Not everyone. Get my walker, right? All right, so I've set the goal. Now I have to find out what's necessary to achieve it. So I obviously have to start walking across the stage, and it's slippery, and there may be wires. And as I'm moving towards my target, a client cancels, and the economy turned down, and had a big car repair bill, and my son fell out of a tree and broke his arm, and these things are going on. And I get this far and think, I didn't know all those things were going to happen. You know what? I really believed I should have been further. Forget it. I quit. I stop. Now I'm never taking another step. Now who believes I can make it? No, I just gave up my goal. No, but I stopped and I made the decision. I'm never taking another step. Thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate it. But now I'm never taking it, so I gave up my goal. All right, here's the question. And for me, this is the most fascinating part of my business, and I hope this is for you. What stopped me?
Yourself.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I stopped myself, but what was it? Distraction is a what? We're not going home till you get this. The voice, the fear, it's all what? I had a what? I had a thought. What? That was it? I gave up my goal because of a thought? Yeah. That's what stopped me. It was a thought. I didn't know the economy would turn down, the client would cancel, the car would break down. All of these things. It was a thought that I should have been further. Okay, so then what is a thought? Here's the most fascinating part of this. A thought is the storage of information stored in a cluster of cells in the brain called a neural net, retrieved through a neural pathway, which is basically the representation of the recall of information based on a past experience that's no longer here. Really? That's why we give up our goals? It's the exact identical process. A thought based on a past experience that's no longer here. When I was a kid growing up in the country, and my mother was an alcoholic, an amazing woman, sober, right? Terrible when she was drinking. And I got home from school one day and got off the bus, and we lived in the country, and I got off the bus alone, and I went to the front door, and it was locked. And I looked through the little diamond-shaped window on the front door and to see, knocking on the door, and I look, and I could see the outline of her body on the floor in the living room, and a big pool of blood around her head. 8 years old. And I run around the back and get in the door and called the neighbor a half mile away who was a nurse, and she came over, and it wasn't a suicide threat made good on. She'd gotten drunk and fallen and hit her nose on the coffee table and blood everywhere and passed out. Bad memory? Sure, right? Possible that a memory like that could impact how I approach life and family and relationships today? Maybe. But here's the question. Look around. Do you see my mother? If you said yes, it would kind of freak me out. She's been gone for a while. No, she's not here. She's gone. And so is that memory. And so is the experience of the voice that haunts you that tells you to stop. If you really get this, this is a game changer, I promise you. Right? That last slide of that incredible shot of the elephant. Here's a question. Don't see the elephant. How's that working out for you? Okay, so here's what I'm hoping from this moment on. That every time you hear that voice in your head that says, no, because of this and this and this, go, whoa. Where does that come from? Oh, that was last week. That was last month. That was 10 years ago. It's a hologram of a memory of an experience that can't touch you. And when we rationalize it and see it and understand it, then we pick up the phone and we make the call and we get in the car and we go and see the client and we go to the gym and we exercise and we go home and we spend time with our kids. That voice in your head's a liar.